Krozz Devices is a brand from Brazil, and I'm not sure why they're not more known, because I just received one of their pedals and it's amazing. We talked about doing something together on Instagram and he said, well, I have a flanger coming up. And I mean, I don't really like flangers, it's not really my thing. If you've been watching my channel or you know me, I really like univibe, harmonic tremolo, optical tremolo, bias tremolo, stuff like that. The more kind of vintagey stuff. So he said, well, let me send you one because I think you'll love it. And he is absolutely right. It's an analog flanger based on a bucket brigade chip. Flanging happens when a signal is delayed, so it's using a bucket brigade chip, which are used in delay pedals. And he sent me a message of which chip he is using. It's a new old stock Panasonic MN3207. If you're a nerd, you will love that. Alright, it can do very subtle flanging and it can do very deep flanging, and you have a ton of control because there are a lot of knobs on the pedal. There is level, which obviously sets the level. You can go well above unity. Around 1 o'clock is unity, I think. It sounds to me like that's unity. And then there is oxidation, and that acts only on a modulated signal and it interacts with the feedback knob. If you turn it clockwise, you get more traditional flanging tones, and if you turn it counterclockwise, the high frequencies get cut a little. Range is kind of like the depth setting. It sets the range of where the modulation is happening. So counterclockwise it's this range and clockwise is this range. Feedback sets the amount of feedback. If you turn it clockwise, the flanging effect will be more pronounced, the feedback effect will be more pronounced, and it tends to self-oscillate when you have it at max. Little switcher lets you switch between positive and negative feedback, and rate is obviously the rate of the modulation. Then there is a hold switch right here. If you press and hold that, it will go to maximum rate, so you can like have it at mayhem for a little second and then go back to normal. So let's just give it a listen. I am going to engage the boost side of the Torpedo Dane because it sounds good. I cut my finger the other day. I was opening a loaf of bread and I just sliced the top of my finger straight off because the knife was very sharp and I wasn't paying attention. So now I have a band-aid and a lot of pain. So I'm gonna keep my playing really simple today. B&G Guitars, my new B&G Guitars little sister into the Silktone amp. And this is what the Krozz Devices Airborne sounds like. see, that is why I love this pedal, because there is so much depth going on and so much detail and little things you don't expect. It's what happens when you're using an analog circuit. The flangers I tried weren't this like organic, and this is. Yeah, I like this. Less feedback, more oxidation. Let's turn down the range and the speed. Oxidation at 0. Oxidation at full. More feedback. Okay, let's go to positive feedback. Right, let's go for a really subtle tone. It kind of adds that super subtle, what is it, the first Roland chorus that was released. It adds that flair and I really, really love it. Okay, so that's what happens when you press the hold switch and hold it. Okay, with more gain. So if you do not like flanger, then you will love this. It's gonna give a whole new dimension to your playing and to your tone, and I've been really inspired by this pedal. Krozz devices, they should have a lot more dealers around the world, because this is really, really, really good stuff. Alright, go check them out. Thank you so much for watching. If you haven't already, please consider subscribing to my channel. And if you want to score some of my jam tracks and or tabs, you can find those on my Patreon page. See you next time. Bye.